Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's the opening day of archery deer season 2020 here in Tennessee. I didn't think we were going to get to hunt at all today, but I finished everything else I had to do, so I figured we'd at least get into the woods and see what's up and walking around. Just got my archery license about 20 minutes ago. Yeah, you can probably tell that the audio and my mouth movements don't match up. The ambient noise from the bugs was so loud that it overpowered the on-camera mic, so I'm narrating after the fact. I'm shooting this old Parker Hunter Mag bow that I've had for a long time. I think I bought it for $165 back in 2010 on sale, and it was on sale because it was the last bow of an outgoing model back then. It did get restrung and tuned up this spring, so it should be in good shape for another season or two. I haven't bow hunted in 6 to 8 years, so we'll see how this goes. We're on a new piece of property we have permission on this year. It's a little 14-acre tract of timber surrounded by cornfields on 3 sides. I knocked an arrow right away here because the last time we were here squirrel hunting and scouting, we saw a deer within range about 30 seconds after stepping through the tree line. My goal for archery and muzzleloader seasons this year is just to get a doe or 3 on the ground and in the freezer so I can be a little pickier during rifle season. We got a total of 3 deer last year and came within about a half deer from not having to buy any beef. So if we can get 4 to 5 this year and have a little extra to share around, that'll be great. This deer spooked just a little bit not too long after we walked into the woods. But since this piece of property hasn't been hunted at all in quite a while, these deer don't quite know how spooky they should be yet. She ran about 20 yards kinda crossways and just stopped and waited. When I first put the rangefinder on her, she was at 45 yards. I told my wife, who was gracious enough to film for me on this hunt, that I was not going to take any shots past 40 yards, so I had to sneak in a little bit closer. I put a pretty wide tree in between me and the doe and snuck into range. When I put the rangefinder on her again when I stopped, she was at 40 yards on the money. There's a bunch of squirrels. Okay. Yeah, there was one over there too. I was like, get your 22. Alright. So I hit that deer. Just what I thought was gonna happen. The deer were in a good shot line. Right at 40 yards, which I felt decently comfortable with. I squeezed off the shot and I think I pulled just a little bit and hit her a little far forward in the shoulder. She ran straight off ahead with that raised broadhead. If she's going to die, she'll be dead within probably 30 minutes. So I'm going to give her about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go chase after her. Right now, I'm going to go to right where I shot and see if there's any blood to give us an idea. I haven't shook that much for a while. Let's go see if we can find some blood. So we found my arrow right by where I shot the deer, probably 10 yards away. There's blood all over the place. You probably can't see it in this light, but there's bright red blood on what's left of my arrow. So I think that hit was actually decently okay. So I'm going to give her, it's been maybe 15 minutes now, probably closer to 10. Probably not on the 10 side. But I'm going to probably give her just a few more minutes and then we'll finish tracking her. I bet we'll find her piled up with after just about 5 minutes of blood traveling. Here she is. I'll turn on the light in a minute so you can get a better view. And I don't think I have a single grip and grin picture that I've ever taken, so I'm gonna have to do that. You can see she's still got long blood bubbles coming out there from the air leaking out. I shot her when she was aimed the other direction, so we'll flip her over in a second and see. We'll see where the arrow entered. But yeah, she's laying in a huge pool of blood. I was hoping to find that rage inside her, but it's pretty clear that it went all the way through, because this is the other side. So on further inspection, flipping her over, she must have turned to quarter to me a whole lot more than I thought, because there's the entrance hole, and that broadhead passed all the way through the front shoulder and out the other side. But look at that entry hole. That is crazy. Absolutely nuts. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get her gutted and dragged out of here, and we'll get her cut up. And because it's about 75 degrees right now, I'm probably going to butcher her tonight. That is deer number 1 for the year.